Toronto Defiant versus the Shanghai Dragons. Hopefully you've got yourself a small drink, maybe a snack, and yeah, excited for the game that's coming up. Wants to recall, already pretty low. He's got the orb on him, but Muse was there to pick up the pieces. Nice dive by the Toronto Defiant front line. However, they do end up trading. It is now a 2v3 with Twilight still alive. Should be good for the Toronto Defiant, but Fate cleans him up. One-man wrecking crew right now is Fate. Maybe even another kill. No, not quite. A pulse bomb from Finale forced the Transcendence on Izzyaki. A double kill with the leap. Fleta goes to the monkey, gets both supports of the Toronto Defiant. And that will be the Shanghai Dragons winning that fight. Was quite expensive, forcing that 99% for Toronto when they had 0. A Transcendence for the Dragons to keep them in, but another Pulse Bomb lands for the Dragons. It's lit this time, he takes care of Chorong. And the Toronto Defiant, they did find the recap, but Dragons win the fight and win the round.
Whew, boy, that was super scrappy. I felt like very careful.
Yeah, Dragons very much a master of this composition. Twilight does find one kill, but the Shanghai Dragons just running around Toronto right now, Rose. I mean, something that you talked about in the preamble leading up to the game. I know it was a very long time ago, it feels like, but wait, Muse finds 2 kills. Hang on a second, hold that thought. Gone. Has to back all the way up. That overhealth isn't actually extending over to the rest of the team, and look at that. Gone, Lip, Izzyaki are going to go down. And as overtime ticks through, it's up to Fleta and Fate to try and keep this point contested. Finale's just hunting him down, 60 HP, a pulse bomb. Doesn't even need a dream. Protecting Twilight. No recall available from Lip. He gets chased down. Isu finds the final blow, and there, Fleta again trying to set up something with the rest of his team, just unable to do so. Already, but it should be contested pretty easily. There we go. Fleta's in, making moves. Change into the Wrecking Ball. 50% ultimate charge already off of one slam. Swings right back around. Now he's trying to help Fate. Double Wrecking Ball on the field. There's a dirty joke there, but I'm not going to say it. The Shanghai Dragons are 95%, building up to 100 as they just clear the mines off of the point. Fleta transforms back into Echo. Bob is dealt with, and now Toronto Defiant trying to get back in time. They're not so lucky. Couldn't even get that Transcendence off the Shanghai Dragons. Off the Defiant Live. Just extending this fight for the Shanghai Dragons. Should be pretty easy to clean up. They got 2 ticks already. Finale tried to get the assassination. The one clip in the back ain't gonna work. Lip with a right click and a melee. Took him down. Hisu trying to get a little bit of damage in, but Twilight actually from the high ground still existing. Not for long enough though, unfortunately, as the Shanghai Dragons do end up capping point A.
Chorong. Yeah, well, you have to, because how else are you really going to contend against Twilight and also nice stick?
Wow. Tracer really does love the pulse bomb. It's kind of crazy. Nice kill onto Fate. Nano onto Muse. He spotted a victim. It is Izzyaki. And Nano, in fact, in return onto Liv, doesn't really get anything done with it at all. Maybe a bit of poke damage, but not much else. Didn't even combine it with Overclock, because the fight was already first. Nice little punch. There's the grab. It didn't get anybody, in fact. Maybe someone on the other side of the wall? Nope. Not at all. Oh, Fate's getting kicked. Oh, he got kicked off the edge. Oh my god. You got to be happy with yourself if you're Chorong right now. 2 pulse bombs. They do trade. Looking good though with Toronto Defiant on the point. And yeah, there's those Zen buffs. Line up with the Transcendence from the Toronto Defiant, keeping everybody alive and well. But they're going to C9. There it is. Oh, what did I say? Put pressure on the payload to force the positioning of the Toronto Defiant, and that's exactly what happened. But they didn't force anything because the Shanghai Dragons just hit him with a fat C9.
Well, that's the West region for you, for those of you that are unfamiliar with how the West region operates.
The healing output from that Transcendence is all too good. Chorong does fall as he comes out of the trance. As the Toronto Defiant now, health bars are dwindling as the Dragons remain in control of the point. OT is here. Spawn advantage to the Toronto Defiant is going to be good though, Rose.
It's going to be good, I think, for Shanghai Dragons. Fate's working up to those mines. Just going to go ahead and throw those on the point, if they even need them.
Goes down, Chorong to follow in an OT. Shanghai Dragons managed to cap that point at the very end. 1 HP. That would have been such a nice pick for Hisu to find, but luckily quick things on the supports from the Dragons to keep Lip alive. Couldn't quite get it onto Fleder, however, who does end up going down. Izayaki looking immortal there for a second, as Muse was nanoed straight into him. Lee Jae-gon could probably take this 1v1, but maybe not the 2v1. Muse is sub 60 HP, ends up killing Lip. As the Shanghai Dragons fall over, it's now try and take control of this castle. Finale forced to recall as the meteor strike crashes down to earth and kills Lee Jae-gon. These punches from Muse looking so good right now. Izayaki forced into the front line of Toronto, cleaned up, and the Dragons are now going to have to defend on the bridge.
What a nice example. The Dragons now, they've got to come back in and contest here, and Fate's already gone.
Yeah, so's Lee Jae-gon. Another pulse bomb from Fleder. Transcendence. Hey, honestly, maybe you just die there if you're Chorong, to be honest. Like, don't even waste the Transcendence. Of course, that was like a split second decision. So early, they might not be able to do anything. Chorong, in fact, used the Transcendence to push them forward, but Twilight is now already dead. With that Trance out the way, the Shanghai Dragons might be good for a defense. The pulse comes out from Finale. It's going to be good for a kill, but Lee Jae-gon is there to finish up. 3 seconds to go for the Toronto Defiant, but with a team wipe, the Dragons are going to claim map number 2 and find match point.
Oh my god.
Got to expect something a little bit suspicious, especially when Lip's full HP. Chorong ends up going down to Fate, and what is quite a turn of fate is the Toronto Defiant now getting forced all the way back. Nice anti-nade onto Fate and to Fleta. Fate gets finished up, but the Shanghai Dragons still moving that payload. It's up to Muse to try and get back to it just in time. 1 meter and a half to go, but Lip finds another kill. Yeah, you see the look on Muse's face there. That should have been an easy cleanup, but the Toronto Defiant end up letting go of that payload, and Shanghai Dragons with a good first point push. Lee Jae-gon was already antied, so Toronto Defiant just take it in their stride. Pulse Bomb does kill Chorong, so they trade the Brigittas, but Fleder still doing a ton of damage. Twilight drops super low, didn't have those packs to heal him back up, and the Shanghai Dragons taking this into their own hands. Finale's not done just yet. Unleashes that pulse bomb, but something we saw a little bit earlier on in the season actually kind of reminds me. Fleder's been doing it too. To the payload, as Fate now just starts on swinging. It's a nice little defensive countermeasure there from the Toronto Defiant, using the nano onto Muse, but look, he's just getting focused down, stuck on top of that. Discord, too much damage for him to deal with. The Shanghai Dragons taking these ultimates, the Toronto Defiant is sending out in stride. As they do enter the Foundry stage now.
Fate's going to build up to those mines so quickly as well. And there's the avoidance of the Pulse Bomb. Big ghost signal for Shanghai Dragons.
That is now chasing Finale down, who's now 1 HP. Oh, I mean, the quad body block. You ain't going to survive that, Muse, unfortunately. The eco push worked out. The Shanghai Dragons pop almost all of their ultimates. They got a Mines coming up and the Transcendence, but it's looking like this Toronto Defiant are on their last legs. They need this rally online. 99%, there it is. Can they actually get the overhealth on Muse in time? Not quite so lucky. That shield bash sends you flying nowadays, but the rally still takes time to build right now. Look at the positioning from Toronto.
Well, I know, like, are they on the defense or attack? Yeah. I'm not really sure.
Okay, there's the Bob. Pulse Bomb was good. Chorong cleaning up Izayaki. Okay, signs of life. There we go. Finale. Also poking his head in the fight. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go as Twilight takes the matters into his own hands with a couple of kills on the board. Toronto so much easy damage. He's 55% towards another Bob. We might see a 4-Bob fight, heroes. I don't want to call it too early, as Lee Jae-gon does die and Fate is put to sleep. They do trade brick for brick. The Shanghai Dragons, I'll take that for them anytime, as they have the nicer spawns. Twilight doing so much work actually on his own. Almost managed to get a nice double kill. But the Shanghai Dragons still in a good position. Fate does fall, and Twilight goes down to Izayaki, but Fled is not getting off the payload just yet. He knows the importance of not C9ing, that is for sure, but there's 4 men on it. They do end up capping at the very last. Instantly pops it, and now they gotta go. Fleder with the pulse could end it here. Nice pulse onto the supports. That should be it. The Shanghai Dragons with a Transcendence to top it all off. It's Finale on the point as Chorong ends up going down, and the Dragons, they start off the tournament run with a bang.
Whew. Oh my goodness. Shanghai Dragons, I feel like just throughout the course of this series got better and better.